Alice was cooking when she discovered something eerie. The egg in her hand was empty. At first, she thought it was just a coincidence, so she picked up another one and gave it a gentle squeeze. But the result was still the same. It was empty. She kept squeezing the entire carton of eggs into pieces, but she couldn't find a single intact egg. But that wasn't the strangest thing. Just as she was wiping the floor-to-ceiling windows on the balcony, the wall behind her suddenly started moving on its own. Moments later, she was tightly wedged by the walls. But just as she was about to suffocate, the walls miraculously returned to their original state. Initially, Alice thought she was just hallucinating due to recent exhaustion, so she didn't pay much attention to it. But as she continued to clean the glass, she noticed that there were still traces of the compression from earlier. It was then that she realized the previous scene was real. As she was feeling perplexed, she suddenly remembered a strange incident that had occurred when she first moved into this community. That day, all the residents gathered together to hold a grand party. Everyone's faces were beaming with happiness, but Amanda was the only exception. She said something strange in public.
We shouldn't be here.
But everyone who heard this thought she was going crazy again, because this place was known as the community with the highest happiness index. It was meticulously built by the man in front of them, named Frank, at a huge cost. Every family that moved in was given a standard large villa without exception, and even the luxury cars were top of the line. But that wasn't enough. The company also provided each man with an enviable high-paying position. There were only two conditions for joining the community. First, the men had to join Frank's company and go to the company headquarters to work every day. Second, no one was allowed to approach the desert in the northern part of the community, and violators would face serious and unpredictable consequences. Life in the community was very regular. Every morning, the women would step out of their homes on time to see their husbands off to work. Then they would start their busy day. But their work was simple. They only needed to clean the house, and then they could enjoy a whole day of leisure and freedom. Although the community was not large, it was rich in resources with all kinds of entertainment facilities available. Food and drinks were also abundant. Women could enjoy a luxurious life at will. But before their husbands got off work, they had to do physical training under the leadership of the boss's wife. This was to maintain a perfect figure so that they could better please their husbands when they returned. But Amanda was an exception.